Hello, friends and fiends. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Blood and Guts, HHN. With me, as always, is Mad Matt himself, and you just returned from the Mardi Gras event at Universal Orlando. As you can see by the beads, he did some flashing down there. How was it, Matt?
Oh, as usual, anything with Universal is a lot of fun. But like I said, Mardi Gras this year, me and the family, we had a blast being down there. Just seeing all the festivities, seeing all the decorations. Like I said, it's always a lot of fun.
Yeah, and let's talk about it. Let's break it down. You were
Yep.
there. You witnessed it with your own eyes, and
Yep.
what's some of the big highlights you saw?
The highlights, like I said, as much as I wanted to, I didn't get to try a lot of the food. But like just seeing the food stands and seeing the different options they offer, like breaking down by country. Like you had like a food stand from Mexico, like one from Canada, and just seeing the dishes. Now, I did make sure that I got my twisted taters, but they wasn't as good as normal because the chef was really like he didn't really go hard on the garlic parmesan like we wanted to. So
Oh yeah,
I was upset about that.
you'll get that at Horror Nights though. Don't fret.
Yeah, and like I said, they had good festivities, but like one of my main highlights from the actual event that night was the parade, and got some good footage of the parade. And like I said, we'll show it to you, friends and fiends. But Universal really spares no expense when it comes to that the parade. So
Yeah.
had mini floats, and as I know it's rounded out for this year, but next year they actually have a way you could sign up if you and your family are wanting to be on the floats to actually pass out the beads.
Nice.
And if you do that, though, friends and fiends, make sure you're willing to put aside about 3-4 hours of your day because you got to go meet over there. I've never done it, so I don't know what it entails. I just know they said it does take up a good chunk of your day to be on those floats. And I guess where they prep you, tell you what they
The rules
dues,
and
yeah.
the regulations. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
sure.
So, like I said, that was always fun. One thing about the parade though is it definitely does get congested because like where we were at, we started on the backside of New York.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure exactly where the parade starts, but I know it goes all the way through New York, and we were around that corner. But people that all of a sudden weren't waiting for the parade will want to stop and just really congest the area, which is fine because I understand they want to see it. But Universal has a hard time keeping a clear path for people in wheelchairs and their scooters and stuff like that. So
yeah.
you have to deal with
There's
that a
something
lot.
for them to work on there.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, that was fun. One thing I loved as well, I know you've seen good footage of, is actually going in and seeing the tribute store, and
Yeah.
got some good footage of it. The merchandise in there was really cool. Had some nice T-shirts, mugs, just things you always see from Universal where they're offering. They had the flannel where it almost looked like it was the recycle from
Same
HHN.
HHN flannel. I saw it. Yep.
And had I was telling the wife how you love the bleach stains on there. That just really does it for you.
Yeah. No, that's. I saw it. I got excited at first because I was like, "Damn, they got a Mardi Gras
Oh,
flannel."
the design on
The
the back
design
goes
looked
off.
cool. That's what I'm saying. And then I saw the bleach pattern. I was like, I can spill bleach on it myself. you know. But they had the what was it, the gators in the floor,
Yeah.
and it's like an old boat kind of looking from what I've
Oh
seen.
man, it was awesome. It's the same effect like they had with the Boris Schuster part of the Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
Where they had like the raindrops on the floor and all
Nice.
that cool stuff. And
Yeah, they always do that tribute store up for Mardi Gras and for Horror Nights, and they have a summer one coming up
yeah, I'm excited to
that
see.
I've heard
what
the
they do.
rumor is going to be for Ghostbusters
That'd be awesome.
and Jaws. So we'll see if that happens because I am excited about
Oh, if
that.
it does, we'll get some good footage for you, friends and fiends. Like I said, one thing in that tribute store I did love though, they had if you stayed at this one section, like it looked out there, it seemed like almost like a swamp setting, but they had like a captain's spirit that would just pop up, look at you, and tip its hat, and then go away. But they also did have another like whole section set up, and the setting was had like a skeleton sitting there, and like almost like a pirate ship background with the
Yeah.
rain and stuff. So that was really cool.
Nice.
And moving on to the next thing is one I know you love dearly as much as I do is the cursed coconut.
Yep.
Got to see it, and went in on a Friday night, and it was kind of sad to see that because we went in, like I said, it was late Friday night, and wasn't really hopping then, but did get to see a live performer playing in the upstairs. I wanted to get footage of him, but at the same time I didn't want to like spook him with a flash or anything, so I just filmed around the surrounding areas.
Yeah.
But as far as like the setting of it, probably one of my least favorite designs I've seen so far as the coconut goes.
Yeah, I believe that. I mean, I didn't get to go witness them like you did firsthand, but in my opinion, the setting last year that used the scare zone of the Deadly Unrest graveyard, I believe is the name of it, right?
Right.
That
Yeah.
was a cool setup.
Mhm.
This year, I did like the footage you gave it of the wagon.
Yeah.
The
That looked really
hearse
good.
wagon was really cool. But as far as last year, they had the columns and all the stuff set up from the cemetery. That was cool.
Mhm.
So you're thinking that this year was a little less than
Yeah,
last year.
it just didn't seem like I said, it had some cool stuff. Don't get me wrong. Like
Sure.
I really thought it looked great. The ambiance in there was great. Like the mood. It just as far as like decorations and have it done up, it just felt a little less than what we've seen lately. And I
Yeah.
know this year Universal's been doing a lot of budget cuts and
For Epic, yeah.
yeah, and it kind of shows as far as the coconut goes. So, from what I've heard
I
and
hope they
doing
don't do that
research,
during HHN. I'm sorry to cut you off.
no, I was
but
gonna say that's what I heard. I heard that actually like a separate company does HHNs. So
Good.
and because I can't remember if friends and fiends leave in the comments if you know because I want to say that one is one of the events is outsourced and the other one's actually handled by
in-house,
in house. And I want to say HHN is handled in house, which is why it's done up to their liking and
Yeah,
tied together.
creative does that one.
Yes,
So yeah,
and then Mardi Gras is outsourced.
that makes sense. That makes sense when you think about it. 'Cause I know that I love the immersiveness that they have at HHN, and I like that club itself is just it seems clean and nice to me.
Yeah.
Like the furniture's clean, the floors are clean. It always has like a good smell in there.
Uh-huh.
I know that the restrooms are clean. It's all 1950s style. in
Yeah, I
there.
love. That's why I kind of want to see it hopping more, basically, like with more people
Oh, yeah.
and stuff. And I know if I was a local, I'd probably go frequent it quite often because,
Yeah.
like I said, obviously there's no cover charge to get in. They welcome you and they want you to come in, take photos. See how they got everything set up.
Yeah.
And obviously they want you to get you a good drink and some spirits and all that fun stuff as well.
Yeah, and then they have DJs for dancing sometimes, so you could dance.
Now, one thing I've never paid attention to, once it goes from the cursed coconut, it just stays the dead coconut, or not the red coconut until it turns into the dead coconut.
I believe so. I don't think they'll do a summer coconut. They might, but I don't think they do.
Okay. Well, friends and fiends, one last thing I wanted to mention that we got to see on our trip this time. Me and my family actually got to stop and see Cabby. And if you've heard any of the latest rumors, with the budget cuts that we mentioned earlier, the word on the street is that Cabby's job may be going away. I'm not sure if there's any other actors that's gotten clipped with this as well. He's just
Yeah.
one of Cabby for me is iconic. So I just hate to see it. So we ask here at Blood and Guts, friends and fiends, email Universal, let your voices be heard, let them know you want to keep Cabby and that you want to see him and his friendly face when you enter.
Yeah, I know they cut Labby and they cut the citizens of Islands of Adventure, the citizens that would greet you, the women that were the pirate women,
yeah,
but
they
they're
were
on
awesome.
stilts. They were all cut, and as well, I mean, that's what separates this from Disney.
Yes.
Is you have these really good interactions. They'll come up to you, they'll tell jokes, they'll laugh, they'll do selfies, they'll do, and that really upsets me as well that Labby's getting this treatment. I mean, he's been there a long time. He's a great friendly presence. I mean, if you're getting a selfie, if you're just asking him for directions, he's great for that,
And I mean, you hit the nail on the head with that. Like I said, this is really what separates Disney and Universal, and the fact they want to cut something that gives
That's
them more
so personal.
Yeah,
It's
it gives
personal.
exactly.
Yeah, it's personal.
And that it's the wrong direction to head in.
Yeah, and we just want to kind of me personally, I mean, and I think you speak for that same is we want to go on the record saying we don't approve of that. That seems like a cheap a way out.
Yeah,
So
cut Fast and the Furious. That would save you a whole lot more money.
Say that, scrap that for
Yeah.
parts, man. You get some money out of that. Surely that bus weighs enough.
Yeah, for real.
And then they go into 2D on the Kong.
Now, I'm glad you brought that up because now, understandably, if people if you missed the 3D, I understand. But now for me, it played better.
Did it play better?
It played
2D?
better as a
Okay.
2D ride for me.
Well, as long as they don't get rid of the animatronic, I'll still let it pass.
Yeah.
But if they get rid of that, then I'm going to be
But
pissed.
now we did hear when we was on that ride getting off, there was a lot of grumblings about the 3D being gone. So like I said, I understand people's plot, but now for me, I thought it actually rode better.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But let us know, friends and fiends, like what did you think of Mardi Gras? Like I said, for me, the more I go, the more I do enjoy it. Like it was the first time I ever been. I never really thought there was going to be something I was going to enjoy as much as I did, just because I just normally like to go ride the rides, and I love Halloween Horror Nights. So I don't really think about any of the other events, but all the events that Universal puts on, I really enjoy. Like the Mardi Gras, I enjoy Christmas, I enjoy
Yep. Yeah,
obviously Halloween Horror Nights. That's number one.
that's the big one.
Yeah. So let us know how you feel about all the events, but that's the great news about Mardi Gras coming to an end because HHN is getting
Yep.
closer.
And the next step, I believe, will be the next step is not a big one, but the next thing you'll see is you'll see them lights. They'll put the
Yes.
lights up on top of the buildings, and they'll start to build the little scaffold raises for the light trusses and all that stuff. That'll be your next step, slowly but surely. And then the summer tribute store is going to come, and then that'll turn into the HHN tribute store.
Oh, yeah.
And it's all getting there, folks.
It's all getting there. And Friends and Fiends, one thing we're going to be doing, like going forward, like I said, we're going to put a separate video out there for you to see where it's going to be the full parade from beginning to end. So if you didn't get to go to Mardi Gras, don't worry, you'll get to see that parade, and then we might sprinkle in some POV rides that we go on to as well for your liking as well.
Yeah.
And like I said, just like we can't wait now to bring you more content for HHN, like everything around Universal. It'll be a whole lot of fun.
Those ride videos will be fun. You got some good footage. We had our best man in there, folks, stirring the pot. If you like your Big Trouble in Little China references. But yeah, as always, you got anything else you want to conclude with the Mardi Gras?
No, like I said, just leave in the comments how you feel about this event. Like, what did you see? What would you like to see them improve on? Like I said, we love to hear that discourse, and be sure to share this video and like and subscribe.
All right, and as always, remember.